I'm here with actor director Max Martini, who is quite the pro at playing other people's who's on the big screen. Today, we're going to find out who he is off of it. Are you ready?
Ready.
People know you for playing the tough guy on in every movie that you've played. Basically, you are the resident tough guy, as I like to call it. Saving Private Ryan, Pacific Rim, even real life heroes like Mark Geist in 13 Hours. But is that how you see yourself as a tough guy?
As a tough guy, oh, it's a really good question. I think I do have that inherently. I'm also I like to go to the gun range and target shoot and I ride motorcycles. But I'm also a softie. I have a sensitive side.
It's interesting because the roles you've played predominantly are in combat movies. And something you're extremely passionate about is lending your voice to helping veterans. It's true. You're committed to that more than most people are committed to their jobs. And yet you never served in the military. So where does that stem from?
When I was a young guy in my 20s, just got out of university, I needed to figure out a way to pay for college. So I auditioned for a movie. I got it. I'm going to give you the really condensed version of this. But my second movie was Saving Private Ryan, and I had a life-changing kind of experience with that film. And that during the premiere, I was mingling with all these 90-year-old war veterans. And it started to develop with that film. And then 9/11 happened. And then I had kids, and then suddenly, but it was very odd to hold an infant while watching the towers come down. And at that point in time, I realized that, our borders were vulnerable and that we needed our men and women more than any time in my life. If I had developed an appreciation earlier, I would have served. But if we are recruiting young men and women to volunteer for our military service, we need to give them the red carpet medical treatment when they return from combat.
Well, it's more than just words with you, it's action, so much so that you wrote, starred in, and directed Sergeant Will Gardner to highlight those issues that veterans face when they are reintegrated into society, homelessness, and all those things. And it took you a long time to be able to make this come to light. It was not something that just happened overnight. It was 10 years. Yes, you all heard that correct. 10 years from creating it to making it. And I know this, and I say that, and I sit here thinking so many GALvanize young women are going to be watching our interview. So many other people might find this interview, and they're going through right now as we speak that struggle of whether or not to press forward and continue on with that dream. So my question for you is, how difficult was it for you during that time to not give up?
Well, look, Will Gardner, Sergeant Will Gardner, had always been a film in my mind that could start some sort of a, potentially a trend. I don't know, in using film to give back. I don't know that there has been another movie that has allocated so much to charity. The more time that had passed in us trying to put this film together, the situation became more and more grave, and so there was really a need for it. And I got to tell you, like, now that it's done and it's out there, and the response from the veteran community has been so incredible. And I've gotten so many messages from people saying how it really, truly impacted their lives and driven some to you know, the point of realizing that they needed help, you know, and gotten them to therapy and gotten them to, you know, rehabilitation centers. So there's a lot of good that came out of that film.
So given that you created this whole project, it wasn't like you just started it, having all that feedback from them, what's that like for you?
No, it's amazing. I mean, it really, like, and I've been in Hollywood, I've been making movies and part of TV and film, and fortunate to have been part of so many big, you know, productions and studio productions and, you know, movies that, you know, were depictions of, you know, actual events, historical kind of, you know, reenactments. This was the most rewarding of my entire career. I, it's, no, I've just witnessed firsthand, you know, how healing a movie can be. Ultimately, you know, it serves this incredible, it has this incredible potential to start a healing process, to aid a healing process, to motivate people towards healing. And when you do that, you know, there's nothing better. This is the sensitive side of me coming out.
For anyone who's fighting those demons or those thoughts of, do I keep going? This is too hard. I got to take another path. What's the one piece of advice that you would give them?
Never stop. If you believe, and I think that only you know at your core what you have to offer, if you believe that this is your place in society, this is your place in the world, and that you have a voice worth listening to, that you have a contribution to make to that experience, then you have to not stop until you arrive. And when you arrive, the payoff is exceptional.
I think Life Lessons with Max Martini should be a show.
There's yeah, with the title for the interview.
So many people are going to learn so much from this.
Oh,
so
good.
Thank you so much for being a part of our Who Not Do series.
So fun. Thanks everybody for having me.